Cody here, and it's time for my predictions for UFC 96, which is headlined by Jardine versus Rampage Jackson. I'm going to throw the card up now, so I know what I'm talking about, because I'd forget it all. Start with the undercard. Just going to go through this real fast. I got Aaron Riley, Brandon Vera, Jason Brilz, Kendall Grove, and Tamdan McCrory. Alright, now onto the main card. Right away, we got a good fight in Jim Miller versus Maynard. That's going to be a good fight, I think. I think that'll be a good fight. Personally, I really like Maynard. I know he doesn't have the most fun of fights, but as a fighter, I like him. I mean, I remember watching The Ultimate Fighter and thinking, wow, this is a really nice, humble guy. And it's just a quality you don't see a lot in a lot of fighters. So I'm going to pick him, even though Jim Miller, I believe, is very game fighter. And he's going to bring it. Then we're going to have Shane Carwin versus Gabriel Gonzaga. And it's a toughie. It's a tough one. Carwin, is being built up kind of as the next best thing, but Gonzaga's been there, done that, been built up as that fighter before, and to me, he has the submission edge easily in this. And like they say, most fights are gonna sometime go to the ground, and I can see Gabriel surviving whatever Carwin has early on, getting this to the ground and getting a submission. So yeah. Going with Gonzaga. Then we got Matt Brown versus Pete Sell in a fight that's guaranteed to deliver. So I'm going to go with Matt Brown. Yeah. Not a big fan of Pete Sell. I don't know. I just don't really like him. And I love Matt Brown. And I think Matt Brown's definitely game for this fight. So I give it to him. Then you got Matt Hamill versus Mark Munoz. I don't know. Gonna go with Hamill. They're still I think they're trying to build him up after that Franklin loss, because he's becoming kind of a draw on his own right. He's not the best fighter out there, but you keep on putting him out there and letting him fight, and people want to watch it. Because he's got a good, I don't want to say gimmick with the deaf thing, but he has something that people want to watch for. Just. He's making the best out of his situation, and people want to see him fight. So you can't not showcase someone like that. And I think he'll get the win. He's good enough. He's good enough to be in the UFC. But I mean, he could always be better. I hope he keeps on, growing as a fighter, because I worry about him just getting at one point and staying there forever. I watch him sometimes with the stand-up, and it's really brutal to watch when he just does the full. Yeah, I mean that's fine, but I mean when he goes back. When it's from here, to here, there's no guard or nothing, on the stand-up. It's like, why can't he learn that after a while? I know Rampage does this too, but Rampage is Rampage. I want to see Hamill, develop that stand-up game better. And of course, a submission game would go beautifully with his wrestling, but who am I? And then we got the main event, which. A lot of people were complaining because they said it was lopsided and stuff. But to me, that fight is very close. Jardine versus Quinton Jackson. How did Rampage Jackson lose his last fight? His last fight he lost was by leg kicks, pretty much, from Forrest Griffin. Just rounding him out with leg kicks. Who's the best leg kicker at 205? Jardine. Who's beaten Forrest Griffin? Jardine. It's these are subtle things, and here's the thing: I do think Rampage has the skill and the power to beat Jardine, but there's kind of this macho-ness at 205 that won't allow them to go down on the ground with each other. They want to always stand up, and I think Jardine hasn't been tested enough on the ground. We always see Jardine standing up, and that's because his opponent is saying, well, I've seen his stand-up before, it's just these kicks, and I can weather that, because it doesn't look that great on TV. But in real life, those kicks add up, they're points, and they hurt like hell. And after a while, your legs are starting to hurt. You're not getting the power on your punches no more, or any of your striking, if you can't stand. So, I would easily pick Quinton Jackson if he came in here with a smart game plan. And Jardine is one of those people. He's one of those enigmas, you know, that he's just there, and he can take a win or lose, take a win or lose. He's going to do one or the other, and it's such a hard fight. So I decided I'm going to sim it. All right, simmed down No Mercy. Let's go to the footage. And as you saw, Rampage Jackson beat the crap out of Keith Jardine. Now, I'm not going to get really specific and crazy about it, but I don't know if it's going to be by, you know, forearm to the back of the head. Maybe No Mercy's wrong about that part. But I do think, thanks to No Mercy, that Rampage Jackson will win this fight. Because No Mercy, I'm going to tell you, has a perfect record. I do not have a perfect record. No Mercy does. So, I mean, I can't disagree with that. I can't, can I? I can't. So, yeah, going to be a good card. Going to watch it. Hopefully the attack that Jardine will have on his back of his head won't be that bad. Hopefully he'll survive. So, yeah. Later!